What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Mathews and
Symone. Jalen Mills is somebody that I get behind.
I'm not even gonna cap on DeAndre Hopkins. He has the best hands in the league.
Played through it, hobbling on back to the field.
Right. I'm saying when you one of the best teams out there, you know the other team's division ain't got no choice but to try and get like you. You dig?
So let's get right into the video.
Let's go.
What's up? What's happening? What's going on? What's popping, everyone? Welcome back to another great episode of Tough Calls with your girl Symone with the Sports.
Hey, your boy Dylan. Yeller.
So guys, make sure you turn your notification bells on. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you subscribe to Dylan's channel if you're not subscribed already. Now let's get right into the video. This is NFC, AFC, wild card picture, playoff picture, and Dylan.
And Symone.
The wild card is living up to its name this season because this bit wild.
It's wild, wild, wild.
Wild, wild west. So I just love really this NFL season because it's so wide open. Yeah. Like,
there's no great team.
There's no dominant team where you're like, okay, they're gonna come out the AFC. Okay, they're gonna come out the NFC.
Right.
So right now, let's talk about what the playoff picture will look like, and then we'll make our predictions for how things could change.
Let's do it.
So AFC wise, the Tennessee Titans at 8-2 will be the #1 team in the AFC with a first round bye. The crazy thing is, the next strongest team record-wise in the AFC is the New England Patriots.
Crazy.
What the heck, Bill Belichick? Was it Bill or was it Tom? Because Bill bounced right back with Matt Jones and Jacoby Myers.
He said, ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. He just needed 1 year to, do what he had to do with Cam. He said, Mac Jones.
The Patriots started off, I think, on a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah, something like that. He got their rookie right in a few games, then he said, all right, let's get it.
Let's get it. Like, the New England Patriots is just impressive. So Tennessee Titans would be #1. Next up would be the Baltimore Ravens because they're 6-3. Even though the Patriots have one more win, they do have that one extra loss. So the Titans will have a first round bye.
Right. Baltimore
will come out of their division. The Patriots will come out of their division.
Yep.
The Chiefs at 6-4 will be coming out of their division. The first wild card spot will go to the Cincinnati Bengals at 5-4. The second wild card spot will go to the Chargers at 5-4. The third will go to the Buffalo Bills at 6-3.
Right now, the Chiefs, the two-time defending AFC Conference champions, not even in the playoffs.
They are. They are in the playoffs right now. 6-4. They're top of their division.
Oh, they're top division.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. So the division winners right now will be the Titans, the Ravens, the Patriots, and the Chiefs.
Okay.
The wild card teams will be Cincinnati, Chargers, and Buffalo.
Gotcha.
And it's still wide open.
It is, yeah.
Like
Steelers are in the mix.
Steelers are in the hunt.
Yep.
The Browns are in the hunt as well.
Browns in the hunt.
So I really think when it comes to this playoff picture, even the Titans, they're a first round bye. They're the #1 team. I really like the Titans.
I do too. I mean,
their defense has been playing really well,
and they've been getting it done without Derrick Henry, surprisingly. And I don't want to say, Tennessee fans, I told you so, but
what did you tell Tennessee fans?
Julio Jones.
Oh, Julio Jones, AJ Brown, Julio Jones, Chester Rogers.
I mean,
HBCU boy.
No, I'm saying they didn't even need Julio Jones. He's on IR right now. He's only played like 3 games.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When they traded for Julio, I didn't think it was going to have that big of an impact because he's always hurt.
Yeah, exactly. And
they don't need Derrick Henry. They don't need Julio Jones.
Right, they getting it done with Adrian Peterson and Ryan Tannehill.
Definitely. But, of course, the division with Baltimore, Cincinnati, the Steelers, and the Browns, that's the most interesting one because all of those teams are still very much in the hunt.
Right.
Even though Baltimore is sitting at #1 right now, that's not necessarily a lock. The Chiefs' defense was definitely legit.
Holding Dallas to 9 points in that Sunday game, America's Game of the Week on Fox.
Yes.
And then the games before that, I mean, their defense has really come alive. They were like bottom 2 in the first 4 weeks, and ever since they're up towards top 2 probably right about now. So the Chiefs defense really coming alive. Seems like their offense is back, clicking on all cylinders. He got Patrick Mahomes got his mojo back with Tyreek Hill. and Travis Kelce. So
and
Chiefs
Clyde Edwards-Helaire
being back, adding that element to the running game, that's always going to help an offense. So Chiefs looking like they're back to being scary.
I like the LA Chargers,
Yep.
but I don't like their defense. Their offense is super electric, but their defense has just been very leaky.
Their defense is very Swiss cheese.
So the teams that I'm looking out for the most, really, is definitely going to be the Titans, the Chiefs, and the Patriots, just off the strength of the way Bill Belichick has turned everything around. I think those are the teams that I'm going to be keeping a lock on. The Titans have just been, like you said, without Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Brian and Adrian Peterson is still putting in that work. The Chiefs' defense has been playing out of their mind.
Right.
They got Patrick Mahomes spearheading the offense. And then the Patriots, the way Bill Belichick has been able to take a team with Mac Jones and Jacoby Myers, shout out NC State Wolfpack, to 7-4.
Yep.
Those are my teams I'm watching in the AFC.
Yeah, the Patriots are going to be a tough out in the playoffs. I feel like, don't know if they quite have enough offense yet to make a deep run in the postseason, but they definitely are going to be a tough out in the playoffs. Like you said, the Chargers, can that defense be good enough to where they bend but don't break, and that offense can put up enough points? So
right in the hunt, Pittsburgh is 1 game out. They're 1 game out of a wild card spot at 5-4-1.
And that hurt. That loss to the Chargers last night on Sunday Night Football definitely hurt.
Another thing to note when it comes to when we talk about the Steelers did get a win over Buffalo.
Okay.
Buffalo is a wild card team at number 7.
Right.
So
they have that tiebreaker.
They will have the tiebreaker over Buffalo. So, and the Steelers still have a lot of division still has a lot of division games. The Steelers still haven't played Baltimore yet.
At all?
Nope.
Wow.
I think they might have played the Browns once and the Bengals once.
Yeah,
they lost to the Bengals, so that is something to keep up with.
Right.
The Colts are next at 6-5. Then the Browns 6-5 as well. Las Vegas 5-5. All these teams are all neck and neck. And really to be Denver, even though we put the smackdown on Denver, Denver's right there at 5-5.
Yes, I mean, a lot of these teams are still right there. They get hot, go on a nice little streak. Or even some of these teams that maybe have a weaker and easier second half of the schedule. Maybe they got all their tough games out of the way first. You know, they get into the rhythm against these easier teams and they go on a run and get hot at the right time.
Definitely. Now let's switch over to the NFC, where it's just as wild, baby.
It sure
so
is.
The Cardinals right now will be the number 1 seed at 8-2, winning that division. Green Bay will be number 2 at 8-2. Dallas, number 3, winning the division at 7-2. Tampa Bay, with their win over the Giants, moved to 7-3, the winner of their division.
Yes.
Then the first wild card team will be the Rams at 7-3.
Right.
Minnesota Vikings at number 6. That doesn't make sense. They're 4-5.
They got a big win, huh? They won yesterday.
So yeah, they're 5-5.
Yeah.
So, and then the Saints will be at number 7 at 5-5.
Okay.
So Minnesota 5-5, Saints 5-5, and the Rams 7-3 will have those 3 wild card spots. In the hunt for the NFC, San Fran at 5-5, Eagles at 5-6, Carolina at 5-6, Washington 4-6, Atlanta 4-6.
And just to go ahead and make my case for the Falcons, we still have a very, very easy schedule coming up. We got a lot of tough games out of the way early. We still have to play the Jaguars. We still have to play the Detroit Lions. They haven't won a game. We still get to play Carolina again, which we can beat them. You know, we'll see. We get to play the Saints again, and we know they're a train wreck right now. They're not getting Michael Thomas back. We don't know what the status of Alvin Kamara is, and they're working with Trevor Siemian and Taysom Hill. So there you go. We get to play them again. San Francisco will be a tough-ish game, but, you know, they can still be beaten at any given Sunday. So we still have a pretty favorable schedule. If we can get on the run, we got Jacksonville next, so we can bounce back against these last 2 games where we only scored 3 points, maybe exercise some demons against Jacksonville, get a nice game, get our footing back right, and go on a run.
So when it comes to the Eagles are sitting at 5-6 right now. We're the second team out of the wild card spot. Next up, we have the Giants. If that went, we have the Giants and the Jets. We have Washington twice. We have the Giants twice. And then we have the Dallas Cowboys. All of those very winnable games. Obviously, divisional games make them tougher. But matchup-wise, we are the better team. Of course, the Cowboys, that would be a question. But, of course, our first game against the Cowboys, we ran the ball a record low of 3 times. And that was a very early game for our brand new coaching staff that has clicked.
That was like, what, third game of the season?
Third game of the season. Third or fourth game of the season. Our coaching staff seems to have clicked. So we're a much better team than we were when we played Dallas the first time. Also, when it comes to the Eagles, we are out, like I said, behind the Saints. But we do have the tiebreaker against the Saints. So if the Saints keep losing, I know the Saints will have a game against the Bucs. Maybe the Falcons could go ahead and beat the Saints again next time you guys play them.
We beat them once in NOLA. They got to come to our city now.
Carolina is 1 game behind us. We have the tiebreaker over the Panthers and the Saints. So those are 2 teams in the hunt that we have the tiebreakers over. But yeah, the NFC is wild. I feel like when we talk about the AFC, we had those teams that we said we think are the top of the pack. Definitely the Titans and the Chiefs. And then we gave the Pats a pass because of Bill Belichick.
Right.
But in the NFC, shoot, I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, NFC is really no telling, especially towards the bottom, man. Because I mean,
not even the bottom. I'm saying like name top like.
I mean, because we figure the Cardinals are probably going to be there once they get Kyler Murray and D-Hop back. Yeah. They'll be back. They'll be there. The Bucs are probably going to, be there too. The Packers and then the Rams. Those are kind of my top 4 right now when it comes to the NFC.
But it's still no one dominant.
No, definitely. I mean, because even those 4 teams, you could draw one out of that. You can make a case for them. And then even when you get to that's kind of like the tier 1 in the NFC. And then, when you get to that tier 2, I mean, you can pick whoever, the Vikings, the Eagles,
Don't group us with the Vikings.
I mean, aren't the Vikings ahead of y'all right?
We'll beat the Vikings.
Okay, beat the Vikings.
I'm saying if we played the Vikings, we'll beat the Vikings.
Okay, beat the Vikings.
That's crazy. I haven't watched one Vikings game all season.
They said we do not care.
First of all, the Vikings are 5-5. Relax. We're 5-6 on the road to 500. Okay. But yeah, it's no like dominant team but yeah, I mean we know we know the Cards, the Giants, and the Bucs because of Tom Brady. I don't even know if I want to put the Rams are what?
You said the Giants?
My bad. That's Green Bay.
I was like,
we know the Cards, Green Bay, and the Bucs.
Yeah.
I like the Rams, but the Rams they've been struggling. So I don't want to.
They had a bye. Sorry to cut you off. They had a bye week. This week was their bye week, so maybe they'll get right there in the bye week and kind of get back to how they were at the beginning of the season because they hit the ground running to start the season. That offense looked electric. That defense was nice. So maybe once they add in the new pieces of Von Miller and
they already added them in.
I mean, I'm saying, I know they add them in, but once they get them in and comfortable and
JALEN. Well, it's not them. It's not Odell and Von. It's your boy Matt throwing all them picks.
I know.
What that got to do with Von Miller?
I know. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm sure Matt will figure it out. I mean, he's a seasoned veteran.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out. But yeah, it's getting wild, y'all. It's wild card earning his name. It's wild as heck. A lot of teams still gunning for spots. We're only 10 games into the season.
Yep.
We still have that was week 11.
Yeah, this week was week 11, right?
Yeah, so we're 11 games in. We still have 6 games to go. Teams have 6 games.
Yep.
So a lot of still switching and changing can happen.
Anything can happen, and I love it.
I love it. I like the wild. I like how wild it is.
I like it being wild, wild, wild.
But y'all like this video, leave a comment, subscribe. Keep rocking with us. Let us know your team down below. Is your team in or out? Is you in or you out?
You in or you out?
You in or you out? Until we talk to you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.